Hello, everybody, and welcome in here to the Mix Afternoon Drive as we're live on MixTV.tv as well. We're here with a couple of my very, very good friends that stopped by to see us this afternoon. It's Todd and Joan Thurmond. They are the owners of the barn at Hickory Hills, and they're having a big event on Black Friday, and I'm so glad I'm going to be able to attend and be a part of this with them. It's called their Brews and I Do's, as engagement season is upon us, and we are ready for you to start planning your dream weddings and making plans to be a part of this event. It's going to be on Friday, again, Black Friday, from 11:30 to 2:30. They're at the barn at Hickory Hills, located at 891 Old Charleston Road, right here in Cleveland. And we're going to be there with that live broadcast from 12 to 2. Going to welcome in my guests right now. Again, the owners of the barn at Hickory Hills, Todd and Joan Thurmond are here with me. And so, guys, good morning to you. How are y'all doing?
Doing great. How about you, Dwayne?
I'm doing good. Joan, how are you?
I am doing well for a rainy day today, but we're excited to see that rain, aren't we?
Yeah, we needed some rain, that's
yes,
for sure.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I just want to kind of go back to the beginning of the barn at Hickory Hills. Like I said, I've had the privilege of working with you guys over the past 3+ years. Tell me a little bit about the barn at Hickory Hills and where the idea came from and you guys wanting to get into the venue business.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that we are located on 25 acres, Mr. Dwayne, and that 25 acres was my home place. So when Todd swept me off of my feet, he swept me right out of the house that's located there. But my daddy wanted to farm the property, and so he did a lot of Bermuda hay that he would sell, but he needed a big barn. And in 2007, he and Todd ended up building that barn, and my brother did help him, and it's funny, you called me John. His name is John. So,
okay.
It all kind of circles back.
It's one of those alluded things, yeah.
But anyways, they did build the barn in 2007, and I jokingly tell everyone I think that Daddy designed it with me in mind because we've got these big doors on the barn. I know you've seen it.
Sure.
And it was for people to pull in, and we would load them up with hay, and then they would pull out because no backing was required. And I have been known to hit Todd's truck in our own driveway and backing before. So it was a great design for that. But Daddy was also the caretaker for my mom, so it's a big love story the whole way through. Mother had a car accident when I was very young, and he took care of her. And when the caretaker gets sick, you kind of have to step back and repunt.
Sure.
And so the vision of the barn kind of came about as a venue because we needed to do something to raise money for my mom's health care. And Todd said, why don't we do this? And we put a lot of prayer into it, and we put our best yes on the table at Cracker Barrel, of all places. And he said, this is what we can do. And he started that process and designed it, renovated it with another gentleman. And so what you see today is something that the Lord just gave Todd, and that's how he designed it. So I think it's an amazing thing because we are part of individuals or couples' love stories going forward. So,
I knew a little bit of the background story there, so that's why I wanted you to tell it because this is definitely a family business.
It is.
I mean, I know your daughter and then also your son, they are also helpers there with you. They are a very important part of what you do there.
Yes, they are.
I've seen them there on multiple occasions helping set up, tear down, and just do whatever they needed to do. But I just wanted to get the backstory because sometimes people build venues just because they want it to look a certain way or they want it to kind of feel a certain way. But yours definitely was designed as a barn, and now you've repurposed it.
Yes.
With this in mind, and again, and the renovations that you guys have done, even here in the last year, to transform that even more has just been tremendous. And we definitely want to invite people out on Black Friday to their open house and be a part of the Brews and I Do's from 11:30 to 2:30 at the barn at Hickory Hills, located at 891 Old Charleston Road, Northeast here in Cleveland. Todd, as this story that Joan was telling us there comes together, you're part of this. Seems like you did have a vision from the Lord to transform this barn into what is now the barn at Hickory Hills venue.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. It was, it just started popping in my head faster than I could comprehend it, and just put it together and made it work.
You know, the thing about Todd, Joan, that amazes me, I don't think there's nothing he can't do.
I agree with you on that.
When it comes to getting something fixed, or somebody comes in, they says, can you do this, or can you move this over here? Todd's always there. Yes, we'll take good care of you.
Yes.
This takes good care of you.
Yes.
And that's one of the things about the barn at Hickory Hills I'm so impressed with is, like I said, the family atmosphere and just wanting the day to be perfect is what you guys strive for.
That is correct. You know, we want our couples to enjoy their special day. We want it to be a stress-free experience for them. And, you know, I mentioned that home that was located on the property of where, you know, I lived when Todd swept me off of my feet. He has, you know, rented the home, and that's actually where the bridal party and, you know, or the wedding party, that's where they get ready. We have a lower level there in the house called the lodge, and that's where the grooms get to enjoy their day. And then the main level of the house, we call that the farmhouse, but that's where the bride and her attendants get to step in and stay. And so we're just very fortunate to have that separate location, because there's a lot of preparation going into the wedding by getting everyone dressed and ready to go, but then
Sure.
there's also a lot of preparation of getting the venue set up for the reception. And so I think by having the two separate locations, it makes us a little unique, you know, because hopefully it keeps stress level down. And again, that's one of our main missions, is for couples to enjoy stress-free days.
Yeah, we're speaking with our friends from the barn at Hickory Hills. Todd and Joan Thurmond are here with us. They're having their big engagement season is up on us, so they wanted to have an open house.
Yes.
So you can make those dreams come true. Now, we're talking about weddings, but other people have used your venue for family reunions. I know, like just recently, Walker Valley Football, they used it for a banquet.
They did.
There's other purposes that maybe people are listening and watching that you might say, you know, I don't have a wedding coming up, but boy, I sure like to have a 50th anniversary celebration, or maybe just a family reunion. You guys can offer those type situations as well, right?
Yes, we do. We have had, you know, a church that also had a school to come out. They've done proms. We've had Christmas parties and high school reunions. So, you know, we do try to set up to be available for any type of an event. And some of those, because, of course, weddings happen on Friday and Saturday, a lot of those other events are scheduled for Sunday through Thursdays. But, yes, we can make it happen if anyone is interested to come on out and tour with us.
You know, one of the things, too, about the barn at Hickory Hills, that's what we're talking about. It's the Brews and I Do's open house coming up this Black Friday, 11:30 to 2:30 at the property site, is how you guys can provide one-stop planning and one-stop shopping, if you would, for that perfect day.
Yes.
You guys have really, over the years, gotten to where you surround yourself with a group of caterers and different people that can really, you can step in and say, look, if you want us to take care of everything, we can be your one-stop shop.
That is correct. And a lot of the vendors that we would pull from to put together what we call the and then some package is actually going to be on site at the Brews and I Do's, but there's also other vendors that will be there as well. And so we encourage people to come out and just meet and talk with some of these preferred vendors. And I know that we'll talk about them more when you do come out for the live broadcast. But that and then some package, we've really tried to again, stress-free wedding day. So what that package includes is catering. It does include photography and DJ work and a wedding cake and coordinating and us decorating their tables for them with different packages that we have. And so we're blessed because we get to work with some of the best people out there and work with some of the most fabulous in-love couples, and we're so excited that we have that opportunity to do. So we always jokingly tell our couples when they come by, we can be as involved in your day as you would like for us to by this and then some package, or we can just be barn host. And by being the barn host, I think that, you know, that is a draw because we'll open up the venue, you know, at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we will come back about an hour and a half to 2 hours before the event starts, and then we're there as a barn host by doing, you know, golf cart shuttle services or, you know, building fires, whatever they need during that time frame, we're there for them.
Hey, you mentioned some of the ambiances that you guys do. You have fire pits outside. You have like a little, I guess it's a little, Todd, help me out with the description here. You hear like a little waterfall running in some parts there. You've got a gazebo that people can utilize. You've got the Enchanted Forest. Tell us a little bit about what else that you guys can offer there for some of those other things.
Yeah, like I say, we got the fire pit, and we got a fireplace also, and we got 4 different ceremony sites. If whichever one that you make your decor that you like, So we offer that, and like I say, we take and we just try to be the best we can be to you. And your wedding going on, it's your wedding only. No other weddings is going on at the same time.
The thing too, Joan mentioned it, you guys have got like golf cart shuttles, so if you've got elderly people that needs to park, like in a parking lot area that you guys have there, you could shuttle those elderly people, those maybe with a little bit of a disability to the ceremony site. And one of the funnest things that I love to do there when I've been a part of the events is that how you guys can shuttle the bride right up to the forest part, open up the doors, and there she is, and that is such a beautiful place for a wedding. But like you said, there's 4 different places that you can choose from on your property that fits whatever, people have different tastes, different styles. It's not a cookie cutter. We say, well, here's what we've got. We hope you like it. You've got different selections, different things from your catering to the places that you can do the ceremony, to inside, outside on the reception side of things. You may want to dance underneath the moonlight, or you may want to be inside the barn, depending on what's going on. You may want to have cornhole set up. You may want to have a cocktail hour, whatever you want. You guys can make that dream come true for you on that special day. Again, we're speaking with our friends Todd and Joan Thurmond. They are here, the owners of the barn at Hickory Hills, located at 891 Old Charleston Road Northeast, right here in Cleveland. On Black Friday, this Friday, November the 24th, they are having an open house. They are inviting anyone that has maybe any purpose of wanting to come out and check this out. They're going to be there along with lots of their vendors that you can meet in person. They can give you ideas. You can bounce ideas off of them, and they'll be happy to talk to you about the services that they offer there at the barn at Hickory Hills. It is a really who's of vendors that you guys have put together. I mean, whether it's desserts or whether it's the main meal or whether it's wanting to do things as like a painting that day. We're going to have different people there that just does all kinds of things.
That's right. To capture, a wedding, you're always going to have those memories, but to capture it, on film or on paint, we've got different individuals coming in. We have a painter that can be on site doing live painting while ceremony is going on. We're going to have a photographer on site that people can talk to, as well as a videographer. And then something new that's coming out that we're starting to see a lot of is kind of like a content photography, videography type purpose, to where, this sweet lady that will be there can come and just take short snips, and that way the bride and the groom can later on upload that to TikTok. And so it's not somebody in their wedding party doing it, it's someone that's providing this service. And so I just think that it's really exciting to be able to work with all of these. Check out our Facebook post, our Instagram post, where we're going to once again put everybody out there who will be on site providing these services. We truly hope that the Brews and I Do's open house will provide a one-stop planning service for couples to make one perfect day.
I think it's going to be a great time. Again, it starts on Black Friday from 11:30 to 2:30. Mix 104.1 will be on site from 12 to 2, giving you some live break-ins there on the radio. Definitely looking forward to that and hanging out with all the people. Well, Joan and Todd, as we close out here, I'm just going to let you personally invite people out on the radio here and on Mix TV for the Friday event.
Well, Todd's looking at me, and I'm looking at Todd.
So he's going to let you do the invite.
I think he is. Okay. Well, we do hope that anybody and everybody that are thinking of getting engaged or are already engaged, and they're looking for a perfect venue for them to come out and tour with us, come out to this Brews and I Do's open house. We would love to be a part of your special day. We think that marriage is something that the Lord has put together, and it is designed and it's ordained, and we're just thrilled that we get to work with lovely couples such as that. And, you know, there's going to be grab and go, various treats offered that people can kind of do their own tour of the property. The farmhouse, the lodge will be open, as well as sites. If the weather holds out, we'll have them decorated so they can maybe get an envision of what their day may be like.
Absolutely.
And so we're blessed to be able to work with these individuals. I'm blessed to be able to work with my sweet husband on wedding days. And like you said, our children, Hannah and Taylor, they're there. So it's a great love story. It continues to be a love story, you know, for the property, and it's just a family-run business. And I think that makes it special.
It does make it very, very special. All right, Todd, we appreciate you coming in today. And anything you want to leave us with?
Well, like you say, you know, this is basically geared up for weddings, but, you know, if you do have a corporate event or, like I say, an anniversary party or so, we do those also.
All right.
If you want to come out, that'd be a good time to come out just to tour for something like that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Anything else, Joan, that you want to mention?
We just thank you guys. You've always been there, and you've always been a support for us, and we just appreciate Mix 104 being able to come out and being a part of this as well.
We're looking forward to it. Again, just to wrap it up, it's the Brews and I Do's, an open house at the barn at Hickory Hills coming up this Black Friday, 11:30 to 2:30. Mix 104.1 there, 12 to 2. The address, 891 Old Charleston Road Northeast. Come on down, be a part of this. If you'd like to give them a call, you can call 423-421-2501. All right, so looking forward to come out and seeing everything. Todd, Joan, so great to have you in this afternoon, and thanks for the interview.
It's great to
Thank
be
you,
here.
Dwayne.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to cut out. That was our friends there from the barn at Hickory Hills. You're tuned into Mix 104.1 and MixTV.tv.